for their majesties. Their majesties would have words.
As you see, sir. You been having a good day?
It was good. Better be at work.
Were you fencing?
Yes.
I've seen you do lots of service over the years as well. So that's fine. I've seen you do a lot of service over the years as well, but also as part of the community, I've seen you be someone who marshals, who trains, who makes sure those that fencing community can grow and be everything that it can be.
So your time in the fencing community is long, your service well known, and you have served as rapier champion to some of my predecessors, and just the breadth and depth of your service is just really hard to put into words. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what I'm getting at here is we have heard a lot about you and everything that you do, and there's a particular group of people who have said that they would like you as part of the order, and we are moved to do so.
Their Majesties would have before them the Order of Defense.
So Collin, I've also seen your prowess over the years, including fighting back from injury, which is not an easy thing to do. It's something that I struggled with myself before. But it shows the heart that you had to keep going and continue your journey and prowess with it, so it's well deserved. Is there a member of the Order of the Chivalry that would speak for this candidate?
Your Majesty, I am Edward Gray, and I would speak for Collin Monroe. I have fenced across from and alongside this man more than once. And as long as I have known him, he has been one of the premier fencers of this fine kingdom. But the thing that I want to say the most here now is simply this. I have watched him grow from a protector to a nurturer. He has been one who has safeguarded the fencers, Setmore Swamp, this kingdom. He is one who has guarded hearts and now shares his, and has for many years. That others might feel safe, seen, known, and loved. Your Majesties, this man he is generous in word and in deed, and your populace is safe and secure in his hands.
Is there a companion from the Order of the Rose who would speak for this candidate?
Your Majesties. You know what Edward just said? That. Truthfully, as I heard the words coming out of Edward's mouth, I said, these are exactly the things that I wanted to say about Collin. He is good and he is kind. He is a protector. He was my protector. He is one of the best of us, and by elevating him, well, again, to the peerage, by recognizing this, you recognize one of the best of us, and this is a good thing that you do. Collin, I am very happy for you.
Is there a companion of the Order of the Pelican who would speak for this candidate?
Oh, that's me. I'll start crying. Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, I am Mistress Marion Delos, and I had the distinct pleasure of speaking to this man. I sense a theme going on in what has already been said, but in the many years that I have known Collin, he has been a stalwart champion of the fencing community, giving of himself whatever was needed in order to make an event happen, a tournament happen, practice happen. Stuff at Penzic on the list happened, and he did it over and over and over again with a smile on his face and with joy for fencing. And he's done that for years. Truly, his service is above reproach. The kingdom and the society are better because of him. And he is worthy of this accolade.
Is there a companion of the Order of the Laurel who would speak for this candidate?
That would be me, Your Majesties. Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, people of the East, I am Renaissance Dragonette, and I'm speaking on behalf of the Order of the Laurel. Collin Monroe, who is in front of you, is an artist, which might surprise you, but as you see from the people assembled around him, he masters the art of defense. But that's not all. Collin Monroe is a dancer. He masters the tempo on the footwork, on everything that makes interacting in the fencing list fun and enjoyable to all. Shut up,
I believe her.
Collin Monroe is also a calligraphist. His pen is his sword, and with that, he writes the stories of them. But importantly, for an artist, he shares, and he teaches, and he shares his enthusiasm to new people, and recruits the new fencers and the new generation. And as people have said, he is a love of fencing that he shares. So, Your Majesties, I would recommend it to you. Thank you.
Is there a member of the Order of Defense who would speak for this candidate? Master College.
I am Master Natalia, Anastasia Evgenova, and I am going to speak to this candidate because there was a fight, and I won. Your Majesty, Your Highness, very popular. I will tell you that Collin and I had long been friends, comrades in arms, fighting together for a very long time. I'm going to either make you cry or me cry. It better be you.
Scary.
Collin was on champions teams with me. Collin was there at the beginning. Collin was always there. He fought in the Kings and Queens champions back in the day. He became Queens champion. He was always a pillar of what we want for skill. When things don't go right, as they often do as we age, Collin didn't say, you know what, I'm good. I've done a really good job. I've got a whole household. I've got lots of people fencing. No. He came back. He fought back. He came, and while he couldn't fight, he served. He helped marshal. He took care of fences. He inspired people. And then he came back to fight. And that's perseverance. And that's what we stand for. And that's why you're here. And Your Majesties, this is a great thing you do this day.
Collin, you've heard the words of many people today. And we would ask you a question and see your answer. Would you join this order of defense?
I say no, I'm afraid.
That is a
Of
very
a couple
good answer.
people. So I'm going to say I'm honored.
Is there a livery collar?
Does this have a link?
I mean, especially for college. This comes from David St. John to Thomas L. Wilmer to Andre F. Nerver, myself and William Shea.
Is there another medallion?
It is from myself.
Is there a cloak? And there is a glove. Collin, I would ask you to rise, please. We, Asa Feilinn, Lupine Queen of the East, charge and command you, Collin Monroe of Tadcaster, to protect always this our realm of the East, and to defend, sustain, and promote the art of defense. And so charging and commanding, we cast this gauntlet before you, and challenge you to take up your duty as a master of defense.
Matthias and Asa Feilinn, by the powers invested by the East Kingdom, Rex and Regina, defenders of our people, to all people to whom these presents shall come, greeting. Know ye that of our special grace, certain science, and mere mention, we have given and granted, and by these presents for us, our heirs and successors, we give unto our trusted and well-loved servant, Collin Monroe of Tadcaster, free liberty and license from time to time to enjoy that which they shall attain, and whose name shall be noted and entered in some of our courts of records, our letters patent, and enjoy all the privileges of a companion of the Order of Defense. Words by Alice McIntosh, calligraphy and illumination by Natalia Anastasia Igovia.
Collin, we ask that you are right, but the first the order to rise.
There's a lot of creaking going on, I'm just saying.
For the newest member of the Order of Defense.
Viva! Viva! Viva!